Hi, this is Donna Singleton. I'm an independent demonstrator from Stampin' Up! And I'd like to show you a really cool technique. We're going to be inking on an embossing folder to create this really cool image. See the trees in the background? It's behind the embossed birch. So, what we'll need for this, I have some items printed up here in this corner. We're going to be using the Lovely as a Tree stamp set. And we're going to be using the Rose Wonder stamp set. Now this stamp set, Rose Wonder, is retiring at the end of May. So if you like the excuse me, if you like the set, you may want to purchase it soon before it's gone. We're also going to be using the Woodland textured embossing folder. Okay, we're having it done in navy excuse me, Night of Navy ink and Memento black ink. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to open our embossing folder. Now, we're going to be inking on the side that has the black Stampin' Up! Logo, but on the inside, not on the same side as the logo, on the inside. I've gone ahead and put a couple of pieces of scrap paper. I figured this is the area I want to use. So I put my card mat down there, and on the back I put a couple of pieces of white paper just as a template, so I know where to place my image, where to place my card mat. So what we're going to do, like I said, on the inside, on the side that has the black Stampin' Up! Logo box, I'm going to use the brayer, pick up some Night of Navy ink, and put it on the embossing folder. The brayer works to help it get nice and smooth and even, but if you only had a sponge, that would work also. So now we get that on there. Now we're going to take our stamp, which is a row of trees, and we're going to ink it up with Memento ink. I want to get a lot of good ink on there, because we're not inking on paper. It's a little more difficult. We're inking on plastic. So you want to make sure you have a nice good coating of ink. Then you just stamp right down on your plastic. I know this seems strange, but believe me, it works. So I'm going to stamp it about 1 inch from the crease of the embossing folder. So I stamp it down, hold it for a minute, a little bit of pressure, and lift it. So you can kind of see it on there from the back side. So now what I do is now I take my paper and I use this. You got to be careful about this because you don't want to smudge it. I want to put it down and not move it. So that's why I have those pieces of white paper that help for placement. So I just kind of put it right in between those. Close this. I'm going to bring in the Big Shot now. And I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. I'll go back. Okay, now what I like to do is turn upside down. And voila. Take it out carefully. And look at that image. Isn't that cool? The trees come out behind the birch trees. See that? So simple, but it's really a cool effect. So next you're going to take your card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to base this down on our card base, just like that. Then you're going to need a piece of Whisper white paper that is 1 inch by 2 1/8 inch. If you're going to do this, you can do whatever sentiment you want. I thought this would work well as a sympathy card. So I stamp my With Sympathy in the Night of Navy ink. Now, this seems a little stark white, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my already inked brayer and I'm just going to run it over it a couple times, just like that, just to kind of shade it a little. See what it's done? Just a slight shading. Then I'm going to take that, put some adhesive on the back of it, center it on the Night of Navy, which is, the Night of Navy is 1 1/8 by 2 1/4. Put a few dimensionals. Put this up in the corner. And isn't that a great card? Just such a really cool image through the woods. Thank you for watching. See you next time.